investing or any of that really matters to him. Like it's never
Well,
gonna
but
be
like,
on his
what is
mind.
he doing with his money in his head? Like, what is the $100,000 in his account accomplishing? What is it?
It's a safety net.
Saving. It's a
It's
safety net
losing
to
your
buy a
money.
house.
I have a friend that's like that who makes a stupid amount of money. He's a real estate agent, makes a stupid amount of money, and he would have like $20,000 checks sitting around. I don't know if it was that much, but he'd have like $1,000 checks sitting around because he was like, I didn't know what was going to happen. He's like, so rather than putting it in the bank, I would just hold on to it, and then when I felt like my bank was low, my bank account was low, I'd go put it in there. Now, difference is he does invest in a lot of real estate, so there's a huge difference there. But the point being is like I can understand someone being like, no, I need a safety net. So
And it might be as simple too as some people just like to see the number go up in their savings account. Same way like we like to see investments go up. Similar thing.
Except it's a liability. It is a liability to just leave money in your account.
I'm not denying it, but if someone doesn't want to hear it, as much as you can.
Yeah, I mean, you're not going to convince
They
them.
just the
Like,
only way he's gonna
it's
learn
not
is
logic based.
the only way he's gonna learn is experience. He's gonna have to realize, oh shit, I was wrong. I should have been doing this. What was Joel, Reed, Oscar, Steven all talking about? Maybe I can go to them now or go
That's
to
what I
them
was
now.
saying. Like, I want us all to become like hyper successful through investing.
Here's the thing.
That way, he's like, wait, how did you guys do that? And we're like, Scott, I'm telling you.
Here's the thing too. He is well off right now. For a 24-year-old having 100K plus in his bank
More
account
well off than I am.
is an insane accomplishment. So like, it's very possible the next year he could start having an interest in this and like it completely changes. But even if it doesn't, like he's still considered really
He makes enough
successful
money
right
that he
now.
doesn't care.
Yeah, and he makes enough. He honestly, it's this way. He makes enough money where he loves spending it. As long as he keeps saving a little bit here and there, and like not going broke with what he buys, and keeps working, he could work a job the rest of his life. Maybe be semi-sad, but then also take joy in the things he buys, and that might be his life for him. Who's to say that's not like
What
his
does he
best
make
life?
a year? Because doesn't he make like 50 or 60K or something?
57, yeah.
So he has like 2 years of his salary in a bank account. Like, yeah, he's not investing it. He could set himself up well for life, but fuck, even not investing at all, like he's doing pretty well.
My good friend, best friend, Eric, like you, he has a really rich uncle who lives in California and does real estate. And when I was a senior in high school, I got to like go down and meet him and like hang out with him. We went to a Dodgers game, and on the way back to his place, he has a huge mansion, and he works probably like half the year, like he does real estate part of the year, investments and stuff. Then he'll just like sit and relax. And he's always one of those people, and he has a thick Italian accent. He is always just like trying to motivate people, and he's like, you can do anything you want with your life. So he's talking to Eric. He's like, Eric, man, I already know you're gonna be so successful. You have a bright head on your shoulders. You're gonna go get like a business degree. You're thinking that's amazing. Reed, what do you want to do? And like I said, like I want to do like business and stuff. I'm not sure exactly why. He's like, hey, as long as you're doing something that's not a fucking janitor, you'll be good in life. And then Eric's like, he's like, what? He's like, Reed's dad's a janitor. And my dad's not a janitor, but he like said that. I'm like, yeah. And he's like, hey, if he's happy being a janitor, all power to him. All power to him. And we're like, we're just gonna do it. He's like, oh goodness. They don't make no fucking money, just like teachers. I'm like, yep, my mom's a teacher though. And then we just start laughing. But then like before we go, before we get sent back to the airport in a taxi, he's like, hey, I want to talk to you two real quick. Eric, you're gonna do great things, man. I have so much faith in you. It was great seeing you this week. Here's $500, and he hands him $500. And then he comes up to me. He's like, Reed, it was a pleasure getting to know you. Funny guy, you have a great head on your shoulders. I can tell you're really smart. You're going places in the future. I just wanted to say, good luck to you, buddy. And he like pats me on the arm, but he made it seem like he was gonna give me money, which I didn't expect to get any. I didn't care. Like the way he set it up. Was I like left. I think it was my like water or something in his car, so I had to go get it. And he's like, yeah, it's probably in the front seat. I look in the front seat, and kind of like Oscar was saying, some people with like real estate will just have checks laying around. This dude had like 20 different checks that are all over 10K just lying around that he still hasn't cashed. As I'm getting my water, I'm like, oh my gosh, one of these is just gonna blow away in the wind. He's not even gonna notice.
It's a lot of cash, dude.
Dude is a character. My goodness.
That's hilarious.
But no, I think it's important too to like realize, because this is something people don't always do, is like, if you look at where you're at right now, no matter what it is, and you look at retirement or you look at financial freedom as a way of you're always going to be happy, or it's like a heaven of sorts, I think people are going to be very disappointed that when they get there, it's not going to feel like that.
Yeah.
And one of the issues with that is people can put too much importance in the future and not also like enjoy and appreciate like the moment. Because if your goal is to never have to work a job you don't want to work again, it's like enjoy the fact that you're working a job now, and then you come home and you have limited free time. Because if there's going to be a time where you have all the free time in the world, you're obviously going to fill that with something. And if it's like a, let's say a hobby or something you enjoy, you might get sick of that hobby very quickly, or the idea of what you want to do with it might change. It's quite possible that you end up working more hours than you would have vice versa in quote-unquote retirement, just because you have the time. So I just hope people like realize like, yeah, it's smart to think about the future, and it's great to like invest in all that stuff too, but like make sure you're investing in the moment as well. Like people around you, family, coworkers, all of them.
No.
No?
Only word.
Only real estate.
Boom, boom.
So what businesses have you guys set up this month? Every month I expect you guys to have some new business plan.
Oh, no, I haven't started a new one.
Passive income from short stories listed on Amazon.
Ooh.
It's actually not a bad like way to make passive income.
I'm like actually considering it. I'm not really sure. Like,
It's good. I would. Being an author is a good way for that. I set up my own dildo manufacturing company.
Oh, nice.
what is it called? Massive Dog.
Dildos for dogs. It's an animal sex toy company.
Shut
I'll
Oh, my.
do you one better, Joel.
What?
I'm gonna start a shop called Used and Abused, and it's gonna be a used dildo store that people can walk into and buy dildos on discount.
I mean, it's
Interesting.
fine, am I right?
Yeah, you have to have like a picture and the name of the person who was
Their private information.
their phone number.
Yeah, for whatever, so you can call them while you're using it.
That seems interesting.
You know, like
Oscar,
golf
you're like-
courses or mini golf courses.
Yeah.
Imagine like a cake course where it's like, it's like 9 different holes where you just go and do a bunch of different random shit. Like,
This sounds like fun.
Do you know how I cook Jiffy Pop? Do I just put it over like hot burner?
Jiffy?
I'm sorry, what?
Isn't that a cornbread thing?
Jiffy Pop? It's popcorn.
Oh,
Jiffy Pop? I've never
It's-
heard Jiffy Pop.
I haven't
It's-
either.
It's the one that comes in like a little like frying pan. looking
Oh,
thing.
okay, yeah.
No.
You like put it on top of the oven and then it pops and like expands. It's like it's like covered in aluminum.
Yeah, I'm wondering, do I just put it directly onto a burner?
Yeah, you put it directly on the burner. You just have to watch it.
Well, yeah, obviously.
Yeah, but yeah, you put it directly on the burner. I think the only thing that I've done business-wise this past couple months is like literally making more content for my YouTube channel. That's the only thing I've done.
Hey, that's a good, good.
No. Shut the fuck up, Oscar. Shut the fuck up. You have done it for YouTube, Twitter. I don't know about Instagram, but you did it for TikTok, I know for sure. So you're doing all these different sources. You have like three potential businesses that you're currently in the process of growing and creating content for. And you're at the point now where it's like I think you've been doing it now like for almost 2 weeks or over 2 weeks, so now it's becoming like a habit and a
Yeah,
part of
that's
your day.
consistency, right?
Oscar,
Which is
Oscar,
so huge.
Oscar.
Yo, what's up, King?
I want you to get your real estate license.
Bro, I finally had, after watching you make your post the other day, that was the first time I had the motivation to actually listen to like some of the real estate stuff. I've been trying to get the motivation to do it.
Yeah.
It's been driving me nuts because like I'll look at it and I'm like, dude, I just don't have it in me right now. And then I saw you post and I was like, okay, fine, I'll go do it. And I did an hour and I was like, ooh, God bless, that was rough, but I did it.
Very good. I signed up for like I already have an in with a real estate company.
Okay.
And they like referred me to this guy for like my 90 hours of coursework, whatever.
Yeah.
Each of his fucking lectures or whatever are 3 hours long, and it is
Yep.
the most boring shit.
It's horrible.
Like the other, it was like obviously like it's helpful, but learning about property management for 3 hours.
Oh
is
my
like,
gosh. Dude, I try to explain to people how rough it is, and they're like, oh, it can't be that. No, it is. Trust me, it is. And like anytime you talk to a real estate agent, they're like, yeah, no, I don't remember much from those classes. They're like, I learned most of it on hand.
Well, yeah, you learn all of it, like, and then you forget it because you just input everything into a machine, and it's like, oh yeah, here's the cost and everything.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep. So it's just sitting here having to do that. That is like, that's just not fun. There's no other way of putting it. It's just not fun. But it's part of it, I suppose. So I've been trying to like do like an hour, maybe 2 a day. That's like what I'm focusing on, because anything beyond that, like the same way that I approach like my YouTube is like I start off with 2 hours of streaming every day, and now I'm at the point where I can go like 4 or 5 if I really want to. You know, it's just like kind of building up where I make a habit out of it. So
Are you doing like actual real estate like classes that like could get you your license, or you just like doing YouTube videos kind of stuff?
no, it's actual. Yeah, it's an actual course. I'm going through real estate U.
Oh, nice. Nice.
So it's loads of fun. There's nothing else I'd rather do.
Best thing in the world.
Oh, 100%. You don't even know.
I saw a cool video where a guy was talking about like for people who need motivation or like want to be a completely different person from like a year from now.
Yeah.
Everyone kind of has like specific goals that they like want, and they can be kind of narrow-sighted with that. But what he said, he's like, think about things this way: if this month, like start of this month, you think of a habit you can build,
Right.
whether that's like reading a certain amount of pages, doing something like every single day for the month that is maintainable over time. And every single month you build onto that by adding a new habit. That's something else. By the end of the year, you'll have 12 different habits that you've obtained. And whether they're business related, life related, if it's making you better in some way, you're
Yeah.
going to be a significantly better person.
Breaking them down.
Yeah.
You know. So. And like, cause like with real estate, I'm about a third of the way done, right? And it's like I could just sit down and force myself to listen to the next 100 hours of real estate, or I could just kind of break it down, kind of go at my own at this like really nice, comfortable pace, and then as I build and get used to that, just kind of increase it a little bit, 30 minutes a week or something, you know. I don't know.
Yeah.
Something simple like that, but
It's popping. You hear that?
no, I can't hear it. But I'm excited that you're excited.
Alright, wait, I have an idea.
Yeah.
What if while Scotty is gone, we turn this into like a motivational Discord?
Isn't that kind of what's happening?
Ooh. I love motivation.
Yeah.
And then Scotty comes back and we're all like unicorns and rainbows.
Or better yet, why don't we make a new Discord like that is owned by us, and we make it like the new hangout place, and then we're just like, oh yeah, Scotty, by the way, we think this is cooler than your Discord. Come hang here when you get back.
I would be so mad.
And
You
it
get
would,
pissed.
you get pissed, but it would be like the new thriving thing where we're all starting new business plans in different channels, motivating each other. We have like 100+ people just in different sections, just like doing like podcasts and stuff, and just like hanging out. And then he comes back and he's like, what the hell happened?
It's just like, why did you do this?
I
Like
actually like start that Discord though.
I would actually
would
be
love
pretty
that.
happy to see.
I would
And
love
like we
that,
could
yeah.
invite like friends and connections or whatever that are also doing that, and just have like a big like
The
network Discord.
So the way that I set up my Discord for like FIFA related stuff, I broke it up in a bunch of different sections because I know like people like certain things. So some people like to trade, some people like to play, some people like to do a thing called career mode. Some people just want to like talk IRL football, aka soccer. So like I have all these different channels that people can talk to. And one of the cool things with that is like you'll see people who will only post in certain channels. But if it wasn't available, probably wouldn't have said anything or did anything. But the cool thing with like the business idea and like having a Discord for us with business, whether or not like it becomes a new thing, I kind of said that as a joke for like Scotty Mad, but like it's honestly a good idea because if you think about it, we have so many different like ideas of businesses or like things we're motivated about. Where if I wanted to try to learn real estate, I'm not as motivated to do real estate as Joel. So if there's a real estate
And
section,
Austin too.
yeah, and and if there's like a section where you guys are getting super motivated on the stuff or like putting information in a place that I can look at, that's gonna
Yeah.
make me more motivated.
Good resource.
Yeah, same way with like working out. Like I'm super motivated with like my current workout routine, so I'm gonna be like posting like workout related stuff like just because like workout section. People need help with that, like they can do that.
Yeah,
like
everybody has their own domain where they're super like educated and comfortable.
yeah, like one of the cool things that there's an app I've been waiting like a couple weeks for because I saw it on TikTok. It's called the My Workout Group, and it's essentially you can like add friends to it or you can like join random. So I just joined randoms. It's a bunch of dudes, and a lot of them are like high school age, and like they're random people I've never met before. And like the first message is in the chat. I'm like, sup y'all, because I just wanted to like get to know people. And then this Patrick dude, coolest dude in here by far, he's like, all right y'all, if y'all are serious about this, just say something in here because I don't want people who are just gonna be who aren't gonna be active. I want people to actually like motivate me. I'm like, oh yeah, dude. So like we started talking in there, and then we're all like talking about like our goals, what we want to do. And I was like very much saying to these people, I'm like, dude, you guys don't even realize. I started working out when I was like 17, 18. The fact that you guys are 14 and wanting to do this, you have so much room to grow, and you're already like miles ahead of like anybody else who would like be waiting to start. And,
Yeah.
like, the amount of knowledge they have, like all those things, I just find it super cool. It's like a beautiful thing to see.
Little do they know that you're the most beautiful thing. All right. Don't chase me.
I'm like, listen, don't get it twisted. I'm like, listen, don't get it twisted though. I'll motivate you, but if you need your ass chewed out, I will chew your ass out, alright? If I see you lacking,
Don't slack around me, cuz.
We're gonna say something.
I'm gonna say something.
Don't let them high school relationships get in the way of your game, boy.
Hey, not now, not ever.
They need to have their priorities straight. It's not women.
You throwing your gains away for underage pussy? No, sir.
It's not underage for them. Though.
Interesting.
That's such a weird like concept. Like high school, it's like you could be relatively the same age as someone, but at some point, your senior year, it becomes illegal to do things with your girlfriend.
Yeah,
You're
that's-
18, she's 17.
I mean, if you've been dating before, there's like some weird law that makes it okay.
That is so
there-
weird.
There's like, I'm pretty sure there's like
Nah.
parental consent to a certain extent. Not like say like, ah, you go something like that. But like if they were gonna report something, the parents, I'm pretty sure like, I don't fucking care. They're dating. They're gonna be together. Like, they've been together for the past 4 years. Doesn't really change. But the dynamic of like the senior who's 18 years old hitting on the incoming
14-year-old
who
freshman.
are 13, 14. That's where
That's
I mean that dynamic still like the dynamic even goes into college though, like,
oh, 100%.
you know, as a 24-year-old senior, right? And you look and you're like, hey, what's up? And they're like, oh yeah, my name is I don't know,
Jessica.
Kristen or something. Yeah, Jessica. You're like, oh, okay, cool. You know how what are you studying? I'm this. Okay, cool. How many years are you in? Oh, this is my first semester. Wait, I'm sorry, what? Yeah, no,
I didn't really see anything
Yes.
like that in college, to be honest with you.
Steven, when I tell you, when you're in a Christian organization and you're a senior dude following his faith, and you have freshman women coming in who have never like seen a dude around them following their faith, and they're like, let's say in the party scene, and they want to get out of that, you like become this like beacon, this shining light to the person. Where like, who is this guy? I want to get to know him more. It's like the weirdest thing because it's like you have like, it's like sports too. Like if people come in and they like you play a sport, it's like, oh, this dude's really good at a sport they play. It's a super weird dynamic where it's almost like they're not fawning over you, but like they're like a fan almost. They're like, oh, that is so cool. It's such a weird dynamic. I don't like it.
I love what you do, huh?
I love what you do. I love the way that you preach the gospel. You talk about the gospel. I love how you talk in Bible stuff. Man, calm down. You're 18.
Love how you
Relax.
talk in Bible study.
Relax, unless you know what a 401k is. I don't know.
Yeah, if you
Student standards.
if you ain't talking money, we ain't talking. All right.
Talking money, I don't want to talk. You can't get this cock if you ain't got a stock. Oh.
Ooh. Ooh.
Yeah. Where's my popcorn?
Oh, I got one. This is not an option. I don't operate at a loss or something like that. Ooh. Ooh. Ooh.
You guys are on fucking fire. Shit.
Dude, I love it.
Split the check at dinner. I don't need that cock.
Yeah.
Reed, can you please go on Tinder, pick the first girl, try to go on a date with them, and then say this shit?
Dude, one of the things I'm realizing, and like I've always kind of been this way, but it takes me a while to come out of the box. I literally now like that I'm talking, like I'm actually interested in like talking to girls again and like going on dates and stuff. I don't like, it might sound wrong, but it's like I don't want to necessarily limit myself to one person. Or it's like I feel like in my head I go a while without talking to anyone, and then when I finally talk about someone, or like I want to talk to someone, I set like all these like high stakes of like, it has to be this person I talk to. It seems perfect in my head, blah blah blah. And then if it doesn't work out, it's like, oh shit, go back into hiding.
Yeah,
do
you
this
get
again, like, a
very,
year
very
down the
into
line.
it.
But like,
You're, all or nothing.
I remember my senior year. Senior year was super fun for me because I just kind of like dated around without it really being dating. I just kind of like took people on dates, hung out with them, like felt the vibe, and like a lot of them ended up. Cool thing is, a lot of them become really good friends, and I actually enjoy that more because it's like for me at least, there's really the way I would like go about relationships. Like I almost value strong friendships over like a lot of just like simple like relationships you could have with someone. I find it more appealing. And then too, like
Really?
if you're gonna marry someone, it's like it's gonna be your best friend. So
I mean, that
I'm gonna
makes
marry Scotty.
kind of.
Don't
it's
tempt
different
him.
for the person. Like I'm different because I'm very open with. I'm not gonna try to have sex with the person I'm dating.
Yeah,
So
true.
it-
true,
it-
okay.
for me, having to like hook up with someone who I'm not in a relationship with, that's not going to be like a deal breaker. It's not going to be like a thing that's like a part of the relationship or expected. So it takes a little pressure off there. But then at the same time, there's added pressure because like the joke with Christian relationships is like people get married very quickly. So it's like I wouldn't
Yeah,
want to do
'cause
that.
they want
either.
the sex.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to do that either. I'd want to make sure.
Nah, just get married in like a week. It'll work out fine.
I just wish it was just so simple to like just. I wish like dates weren't always viewed like as dates are. Like I wish you could like go on a date with someone, get to know them nowadays, and not have it be like.
There's a lot of pressure.
Dude, what the heck is wrong with my stream? Yeah, but it's like frozen on one. Why is it frozen? What?
But it's like with like social media texting, like all the different ways people communicate.
Okay, there we go.
Like
Alright, it's back. I don't know, that was weird.
takes away from like the in person, where it's I feel like people value the in person a lot when it comes to like the idea of dating, because it's so different the way you can talk to someone from like Snapchat. Like the weird thing is, it's like self-fulfilling prophecy. I know is like when like something essentially fulfills itself. I don't know what it'd be called when it's this way, but let me explain it. It's weird how it's like if you think you like someone or you want to get to know them more, you essentially, in my head, ask them out on a date or like go out with them to like get to know them more, not to date them, to see if like potentially you'd want to date them. But what I don't understand is like that can initially be viewed as like, oh, you want to date them. It's like, no, that's like the test to see if we'd be compatible. Because like, where else are we really gonna have like time to like intensely talk about stuff?
It should be like
Get to know the person.
go on like 3 dates or something and then decide if you guys want to continue on.
Yeah, it's so hard because it's like you'll go on like a quote unquote date with someone, and then they'll be like, I don't know if I'm really like looking for anything right now. It's like, I don't know either. I'm literally just trying to see if I vibe with you. Can we see if we vibe? That's literally all I'm asking. And again, like the friend thing makes that so much easier because it's like I can vibe really well with some people I consider friends, but then also be like, hey, we should see what we can turn this into. See what happens.
Let's see what happens, cuz. Oh, that lagged. We're good though. I didn't fall into anything. Ba-na-na-na-na-na-na. This is the one section of my build that I really hate. Who decided it would be okay to put a ravine underneath an ocean?
Oh no.
Because it makes it 10 times harder to collect sand. Like basically what I have to do is I have to drain out the ocean on top of the ravine and then I have to go back down into the ravine, replace all the sand, which is way more difficult than doing it above the ocean. And then I have to drain out the entire ravine. So
Oscar, you should just move your build.
Nah. If I do that, I'd probably be done playing Minecraft for a while. I've come this far. I can't. Alright. I gotta jump down here. And I guess I can just do this. That doesn't matter.
What's your end goal with all this again?
Let me fly up and kind of explain it. So I've been thinking about a couple of ideas. So number one is obviously drain out the ocean and create a guardian farm with the ocean monument in the center. And then the second idea, I guess, that I'm kind of playing with, like these 4 quadrants, I was initially thinking about putting like some Japanese themed buildings here and having them based off of each individual season. But the more that I think about it, I think I want like this ultimate like tree growing out of the center, and below that tree I want to blow up and dig down a lot of this circle and create like a dwarven kind of city thing underneath, and then above I'm going to have giant spheres of glass with individual biomes built in them, is the idea. So I still might have some Japanese themed stuff at this level, but like the more I think about it, I think I want to add build a massive custom tree, and then down below have this dwarven city because I've never done anything like that. I think that'd be a lot of fun.
So when you're done with all this sand, there's going to be no water. Or...
Yeah. So once I'm done with basically with these little squares that you're seeing here, it's me draining out all of this water, and so once I go all the way across, all the water will be gone inside the circle, and then there'll just be the water outside of the glass. And then
is there any water or anything in there to keep, like a riverway or like...
There's a ravine down there where there's water.
Oh, your stuff's all down below. I see. What's that far right grid? What is over there, like inside where you have? I see your cows and stuff like down below.
Yeah.
And it's like below the water level. What's like above on that right side over water right now? Is that like a farm or?
Wait. Oh, you mean over here, where all the pumpkins are?
Your streams the lights on after wait a second.
Yeah.
Like you have, I see where your nether portal is. I see all that stuff.
Okay.
This grid that you're in now, I would consider like the bottom right quadrant of that cross you have set up. But above it, like ahead of all the sand that you have set up, that top right quadrant, what's like over there? Are those, you said pumpkins?
Yeah, those are pumpkins and melons.
Okay.
So there's pumpkins and melons, and there's a massive cave system down below that I have to go through and finish lighting up. I've done a large portion of it, but I have to go finish that. And then there's an entire ravine that cuts through basically from this side of my circle all the way through that. Oh, a spider jockey. That's cool. Anyways, and so it like cuts through the majority of the circle, and then I'm gonna basically, once I'm done with all the sand, I'm probably gonna make a ton of TNT with it and just blow up a lot of the ground around, and rather than digging it all up. It's kind of the plan. We'll kind of see what happens there. So, and then I think I want to raise the glass probably another like 10 or 15 blocks. Like I think I want it up here somewhere. 'Cause it seems really, really short to me. But I don't know. We'll see once all the water's removed how tall the glass looks. It's a massive area, so I don't know. We got a few more months before we get to that point. I just drank some coffee and I gotta take a dump now, so
I love when that happens.
yeah, I'll be back, and then I'm going to, I don't know, continue draining water.
She said that she lesbian girl, me too.
Are you lesbian Muscati?
No, it's a Drake song.
So, are you not lesbian Muscati?
No.
Really? I'm shocked.
No, I'm finding Scotty less and less attractive. The more I get to know him, the less I'm compatible with his finance.
Oh my fucking god.
I want to be the stay-at-home person. If he's gonna be the stay-at-home person, none of us are gonna work.
Dude, me too.
I would love to be a stay-at-home dad. Low-key though. But I'd want to provide and be a stay-at-home dad. Like I'd want.
Yeah, how the fuck does that math work?
Well, you get some sort of financial freedom kind of set up. You take time off, or like your work jobs then where like the most money in the world maybe doesn't matter.
So, okay, question.
Possible to work at home.
With your dividend investing stuff,
Yeah.
how much money would you need in dividends to get like, I don't know, like 4K a month?
So I would view it like this instead of that. So if you think 4K a month, you could do like the easy calculation of like if you look at an average like dividend paying stock, maybe somewhere between the range of like 4 on the lower end percent back to 7% being like the higher, but like in that range is typically pretty safe in terms of like return if you would find a decent stock or stocks to put them in. If you like average that, you could like do that math and get like the sheer number you'd need. However, I don't think that's as helpful as like looking at it this way. If you slowly start to invest in dividends, I would take it little thing by little thing. So the first thing I would do is like if you have any monthly expense where it's like maybe you have like a Spotify account that's like $5 a month for like a studio thing. Can you make enough in dividends to have that essentially be paid for? And then like the next thing could be like, oh, how much is like your Wi-Fi or like your phone bill? And then like you slowly build that up to where it's like, okay, utilities included, where you maybe have like $100+ a month you're making now, you don't have to worry about paying that anymore. Now that that's kind of like paid for, you can put more money, or the money you put into that, you can put back into stocks. And you slowly see it rise. So then you can be like, oh, hey, a couple $100 a month for groceries. Don't got to worry about it anymore. My dividends are. So now you have that taken care of. Then you hopefully get to a point where it's like maybe rent as well. You get part of your rent paid for. So you
I
don't.
mean, how much do you have in dividends? Do you mind me asking?
No. So right now in my Robinhood account, I have $24,000 to $25,000 in here, in a bunch of different things. Not everything's like dividends, but in terms of like my quote unquote return, or like what I'm getting, my lowest month, which is going to be this next October, I'll be making $52 on dividends. November, I'll be making $78 on dividends, and then December, and actually this month, September, I'll be making $128 in dividends. And like the way that breaks down, it's kind of whenever companies give out their dividends, you have like people like ExxonMobil that I have a lot of money in. They pay me out per quarter for them, but it goes September, December, March, and every single time they pay me a dividend, I'm essentially getting another share plus. So that a year from now will be 4+ more shares, and then that slowly adds. I put more money in. Same with like I have Walgreens stock where it gives me around $27 every couple months. Then I have some other companies where it's like it'll pay me $24 a month because I have money in it, whether it's through like investments or like risk management, stuff like that. So like I'm relatively diverse in what I invest in, but also too, some of my investments for dividends, I have some higher risk investments that can pay me more out short term, just because I like the idea of like making more money short term, but I don't take that away from like its possibility of like potentially going away tomorrow. That's like kind of the dividend game, because like you'll have some companies that will offer extremely high dividend, but you look into it and they might not have a constant dividend. It might keep going down each month, or like changing depending on how much money they have. There's a thing called dividend aristocrats, which is companies that I believe have continued to increase their dividend payout over like the last, I think, 25 to 40 years. So looking for things like that can like show you like, hey, how serious are companies for like increasing their dividend? And the way I think about it with that is, even if you're like getting dividend money back, putting it directly back into stock, it will slowly not only make you more money, like the percentage of increase in terms of what you get paid will go up over time too. So like those things are cool. So like right now, it's showing off like dividend stuff. So I'm sitting on like a little over $22,000 right now. Future value. If I did not add another single thing, year 2021, I would have made $1,000 just off of profits, off of dividends being paid out. If I didn't add anything else, 2022, I'd have 1,100, 1,200 in 2023, and like that added up to 2030, not touching it, will become almost $2,500. But if we did something as simple as like, let's say, annual contributions, let's put $1,200, saying it's like $100 a month. By 2030, I could be looking at potentially having, pops up, over $3,000 of just bonus income throughout the year, and that will just slowly over time get bigger and bigger and bigger. And even that doesn't sound too, but that alone, by the time 2045 hits, 25 years from now, is over $18,000 with a portfolio of over 200. So it becomes a thing where it's like, even though you have the dividend, it's paying you out $18,000, which a lot of people, that might be like half what they make a year. That's a great like bonus to have every single year. The way I look at it is like you're investing in yourself. So it's like whether or not you want to leave a job or find a new job, or maybe something that's a little less money but you enjoy it more. This will constantly pay you more and more as long as you're disciplined with like putting a little bit in. That's not even like as crazy as like, let's say we make that $200 a month instead. Actually, let me share my screen. Can you see this? Or are you able to look?
Yeah, I can tab out.
Okay. Because I'm going through the chart right now, and it makes sense to just kind of show it. Alright, can you see that?
Yeah.
So this is like the contribution chart. If I did not add a single dollar from this point on, and everything was averaged out to what kind of currently is now, in 25 years, off of my portfolio that has only the money I have in now, I would end up with over almost $150,000 in there, and that's if my stocks didn't. That's only like if dividends continue to go. That's not even like calculating a stock price where it goes higher. And I would have $12,000 a year in just bonus income. That's with nothing. And then again, if we're doing $100 a month, that goes from that to 2045, 18,000. And if we did $200 a month, that would go up to potentially 25,000 with over $314,000 in here. So like that becomes a thing where like it keeps paying off more and more and more. And the like earlier on you put that money in, the infinitely higher it becomes in the future. Like let's say something that's not super crazy, but like let's say you're able to put $5,000 in starting now. That increase per year might not seem like too big of a deal. Like like your portfolio, you put in another like 5,000, but I'm only getting like $100 around more annual income. Well, slowly that becomes higher, higher, higher. You're getting hundreds upon hundreds more until you get to here where you have almost 500,000. You're making almost $40,000 a year off of income. So this would kind of like be your answer for a portfolio that would net you around 40K a year. With that, that's like a 5,000 contribution with already like existing money in there, with like 22,000, which really at the end of the day isn't too hard of an idea, but most people wouldn't want to wait till they're 25 years from now to retire and do that. A lot of people would want to try to do that soon.
Yeah.
Put more money in. Like, and like this is also like to live, right? If you're making, let's say,
Wait, that's interesting. So if you put 10K in, then by 2035, that's not bad.
and that's only 25 years. If we went to like 50 years, it only gets exponentially higher each time. Like the biggest thing, the biggest factor in this continuing to go up, more than just like putting more money in, is like just looking at your expenses and seeing like how you can live below your means now. Because like none of this means anything, is it if each year you
Yeah,
constantly
you have to
increase
reinvest
your
it.
cost of living. Yeah. But again, you gotta think of like short term too. If you are making the sacrifice for a long term like gain to like have like this life that you're gonna be super happy with, make sure short term it's something you can also manage and find happiness in. Because like what you'll find is like those quote unquote sacrifices that you're making now, they really don't seem like that big of sacrifices. You don't actually enjoy them. Like I don't know about you, but I just in general hate the idea of just blowing money on shit to blow money.
Yeah, no, I'm
And-
kind of cheap as a person, to be honest.
Yeah. And like, if you're already relatively cheap as a person, that's going to be probably one of your biggest like good things to happen in your life. Meanwhile, you have someone like Scotty who loves spending money. For him to convince him to stop spending money, or like try to see that same success with like dividends or just investments in general, he might constantly be fighting with himself to like make that choice. To like, hey, maybe I should spend less money on games and smarter skins.
Or even like Funko Pops or whatever the fuck he's obsessed with.
Well, Funko Pops he can resell, so that's a little different. But I think I'm kind of curious. Joel, are you still here? Oh,
He's studying, dog.
Oh yeah. I think Scotty's first form of investing is going to come through NFTs or like video games when they start doing like skins and things you can like sell.
There's one that you can do it with already. That's actually out. It's like
Yeah, I've heard about it.
it's like Blumpo something. I don't know. It's like some kid game.
Relatively expensive though, right?
No, this game's free to play. It's a PC game. What is it called? Hold on.
Yeah, you gotta find it because I'm thinking of a different one.
Yeah, this one's called Blanco's Block Party.
It goes block.
Never heard of it.
Yeah, BLANKOS. make money playing NFT game. You can make your own characters and stuff.
Oh, I saw this as an ad the other day.
Yeah, that's where I saw it.
Imagine if they had NFTs in a game like Skate.
It looks like a
WoW.
party game too.
Yeah, it's a there's like party based. That's yeah, no, if they had it in like RuneScape or something, ooh.
This would be a fun thing to check out. I'm gonna download it and see.
Alright, Beardy.
This actually
Sounds good.
looks interesting. Yeah, it can't be a crazy amount you make off.
No, there's no. I doubt it. And like you'd have to build like a super rare Blanco, I guess is what they're called. But yeah, no. Looks like it could be pretty fun.
I wanna try it out though. It looks cool. Did your stream crash?
It like
Oh,
was.
I had to refresh.
Yeah, I had to refresh it earlier. I don't know what's going on. My internet might be wonky today or something. I don't know. Mm-hmm. Dude, I crashed out last night. Holy.
Dude, everybody did.
Like, it was like 7 o'clock, and I was like, I can't stay up. And so I just took.
Not that bad.
Yeah, no, I don't know. I usually, like, it's just 7 o'clock hit, and I was like, I don't know why I'm so tired. And I was like, I can't stay up. And I was like, I'm just going to take my sleep medicine, go to bed. And then I woke up at like 8:30. No, 8 o'clock this morning. I was like, geez, bro. I guess I was really tired. Oh, yeah?
Joel, could you date somebody who's shit with money?
Finances are actually one of the biggest things that lead to divorce. in
Yeah.
relationships.
I think it's like actually
It's
fucking
like-
massively
it's-
important.
It's like
I think
50%
it's
or
higher
something.
than infidelity, I'm pretty sure.
Like, imagine dating the female version of Scotty. Just like spends money like it's fucking grows on trees.
Scotty.
I just couldn't imagine, like, this is why it's so important to be on the same page, because it's like, imagine someone, like, you love, but just sucks your resources dry off of what you're trying to do for investments, and then if there ever becomes a divorce, takes half your stuff.
Yeah, no, fuck that.
It's like, what?
I think I would literally get a prenup too. I think marriage is kind of like
Well,
an antiquated concept.
If
anyway.
there's a reason to get a prenup outside of that stuff, legally speaking, most people should get prenups, because in case that someone dies or something happens, you don't want to leave your stuff up to risk of the state taking it, the
Yeah.
government. So like signing that stuff and having a prenup for like, hey, if I die, or like this goes here, this goes here, this goes here, all that stuff is super important to happen. Whether or not that's a, hey, if you leave me, you get X, Y, Z, vice versa.
Dum, dum.
Oscar, I thought you were gonna start humming like "Staying Alive."
No, I'm listening to Stream Beats, and I've listened to this song probably 100 times, so I'm just humming it. But yeah. Oh, I just fell in a hole. Hello. A hole I created. What the heck?
Dude, dating as an adult is so weird because like it literally felt in high school if you date someone it's like yeah you love each other and therefore it can like always work and whatever, and then as an adult there's just like so many other considerations. Literally, it's terrible.
Well, I don't have to worry about that, so
Yeah, congratulations, Oscar.
it's just really nice. Thank you.
Part of me wants to get married so I don't have to worry about like just how stupid dating is nowadays. Like it's so stupid and it's so hard out here for no reason.
It's hard out here, cuz.
Dude, trying to date on Tinder too is like an exercise in futility.
Wait, there's a zombie near me. How? How are you not burning up? He must have like a helmet on or something.
Yeah, he's immune to your bullshit, Oscar.
Yeah, he has armor on. Look at you. He's fully gold too. It's kind of cute. Alright, anyways, let me go grab a weapon and murder him. Oh, just you wait, my little friend. I am here to slay you, like I slooted the dragon. Alright, he's dead.
Oh, so with this game, do they drop like new skip?
I don't know. I don't know how that works. I haven't actually played it, but it might be something that's relatively interesting to jump into. I don't know.
I'm downloading
What
it right now. I
what
just
kind
need
of
to
game
come.
is it?
It's a party game, so I would
Yeah.
think it looks similar to like potentially like what like a Fall Guys sort of thing would be, but
Yeah, the graphics are a little worse to be honest, but
yeah.
you can sell your little Blankos. Bro, what? Don't you dare. That was terrifying. There was a creeper inside one of the squares. This is why you light your area.
No,
What?
no.
What?
Pinecone, the restaurant that is by where like we're gonna be moving to our apartment.
Yeah, going out of
we went
business.
to this restaurant all the time. They're deciding to close the doors. No,
Like close, like legit.
they're done. Yeah.
That's fine.
She just wrote on Facebook, it's taken me some time to figure out what to say, but it comes down to that it's my family and I thank those that have supported us for so many years. It's been more than an impossible decision for us to close the doors of Pinecone. It's been an integral and important part of our lives. We'll never forget those that have supported us as family from 1999 to 2021.
Damn, dude.
It's a long time.
That sucks.
Dang, they even made it through the majority of the pandemic.
Yeah, that's the thing too, is making it through like most and then just having it closed anyway.
I think it was just becoming like less and less profitable. Like it was definitely one of those not worn down diners, but you just could tell it wasn't bringing in a crap ton of money. And if there's better things they can do with their time or resources, I understand it. But
Yeah.
man, that place was like home.
I mean, I get it. I had to close down my business, so. Which I actually kind of didn't like doing the business, so it kind of worked out, but
Which business?
my training.
How did that business operate too? You would do like your kids that you'd coach, you'd also offer like training on the side, or?
So those were two different. One was like the coaching was an actual job where I worked for somebody else, and then the training was I would basically just offer training. It was like a monthly fee. I think I had it priced at like $30 a month, and we would come in like 3 times a week if I could get the gym space, and I would go through training, different drills. So it was usually like positional, like position specific, but it just kind of depended on like where the athlete was.
I'm gonna grab some food from the fridge. I'll be right back.
All right. This needs to go right here. No, not you. Boom, 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 boom. Can't wait to get rid of all this sand and all this water, this stupid ravine. You piss me off, Ravine. I hope you know this. You piss me off.
Oscar, is the water salt water? Because you signed counter salt.
It is an ocean, so it's 100% salt water. Why?
Alright. Meeting, so BRB.
Have fun. Joel, are you muted or are you still in here? He's muted. Alright. Bum banana, bum banana.
Anti-cheat.
What?
Cheat in an NFT game. Everybody.
That seems like a weird game to cheat in.
if you get NFTs from it or like skins and stuff,
Yeah.
I feel like everyone would want to cheat.
That makes
Try to do
sense.
as best as possible.
Bum, 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 bum. Da-na-na. This is the most annoying area to get rid of sand. Oh, it's so annoying. Dum, dum. I jumped over now. Ba-na-na-na-na-na. Boom, boom, boom. Mm. Nice. There's no way that the coffee is making me have to take another dump. There's no way. This isn't real life. This isn't real life. Why would it do this to me? I didn't deserve this. Aha. Boom, boom. Dun, dun, dun. But no 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 no. This build is so big. What the heck was I thinking when I started this? I wasn't thinking, that's right.
How well do sponges work?
So when you dry them out, they basically it's like in a 7x7, like not diameter, but 7x7 something or other is how, like what it drains. And so that's why like you can't like that's why you have to grid it off, because it doesn't like it only does so far, and since water blocks replace themselves, if you do it basically and if you don't grid it off, it's just gonna replace itself, and so you're just like basically wasting space or blocks, I mean smudge blocks. So it's a pain in the butt, but oh I hear a fish dying. Sad day. I hate this side of the circle though. This is the worst side of the circle. It's just a pain in the butt to drain. And then remove the sand after draining. What? Ow! That terrified me. Bum, bum, dum, dum. How's that block party look?
Pretty fun so far. It looks fun. I just did the tutorial.
Oh, okay.
Now hopefully it's gonna show me like the market and stuff.
Right. This looks so open now. Whoa. This is crazy. I have one more layer to do? Yeah. I think I'm gonna start on this side since it's higher. It's gonna be easier to start on this side. Bum 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 bum. Can I please move? Thank you. Hello? What's up? Not one thing. Oh, wow. Boom, 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 boom. I am so ready for the fair, boys. Just the city fair that's coming in a couple of weeks. My body cannot wait. It's so fun. And more than that, the corn dogs are delicious.
Yeah.
They're so delicious. Ow. Dang it, I'm getting really, really close to the Guardian farm now, which means they're just gonna be loud and obnoxious. Is stuff all down here? Alright, we're good. Yeah, of course, stuff out on here. Bum, 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 bum. Ba, ba, da, 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 bum, bum. You son of a gun. With Feather Falling 4, you can drop a long ways and not take damage. It's kind of nice.
You got a lav mic like that.
Yeah?
Yeah,
When are you gonna start making content?
soon. I just got all my stuff for
nice. What editing software are you gonna use?
I have a
Okay. DaVinci Resolve. Because there's a free version. It's very similar to Premiere Pro, so.
Yeah, I already like my family, my mom's used Adobe ones, the whole Adobe suite.
Yeah,
So I'm trying to
sounds like a plan, Stan.
or I could always like hire fucking Vegas Pro or something.
Dang, that takes me back. Holy crap, that takes me way back. Can't believe you pirated. I can't believe you didn't.
Oscar, I can't believe you.
Why?
No reason.
Oh, okay. Oh.
Ah,
Is that a burp?
Sounded like a really pathetic scream. Like,
Yeah.
for Halloween.
what? What am I gonna be for Halloween?
Yep.
Hmm.
You.
Probably nothing.
Me, shit. I'm gonna terrify everyone.
Jeez, that came from like right here, right?
Right.
Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Came from right here all the way over. That's crazy. That's so much extra room over here, and I gotta do it to the other side. I kind of want to play this Blankos game.
Do it.
See what it's about.
I'm playing it right now, and I'm confused on like how skins get value because I'm seeing there's a shop where you can buy skins, like featured skins.
With
I don't know.
money or in-game currency.
Yeah, like kind of like the Fall Guys or like any other game. I'm assuming when it goes away, then is when.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I'm sure there's some rare things that were released like on release day and that makes them valuable or some shit. Reed, so Scotty just sent me a fucking video of you 3 years ago. Absolutely fucking destroying like a hamburger or something. I don't know if I want to be impressed or terrified.
Caramel apple on a stick with nuts.
I was so slow.
What the fuck? Excuse me? You were slow? You eat that thing in like fucking 4 bites.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where is Ryan? I haven't seen him for like a while.
Probably that's cool.
Yeah, true. I guess he does have like actual stuff.
College was such a weird time. Like, it seemed like you had so much stuff to do, but then also had so much time.
I
It's
feel like I had
essentially what
infinite time in college.
It's like what I wish work was. Like, they give you a certain amount of work, you get it done, however long it takes you, and boom.
Yeah, college was sweet.
Because you know what's crazy? It blows my mind how work is set up around time and not like the work done. for
Not
the most part.
productivity.
Because it's like, if you do like if you have a job, they should hire you for getting certain work done. You get that work done, you should be good, right?
Right.
Why are you getting hired to essentially do unlimited work and then get penalized if you're not more efficient than what you were before, but like you don't make more money? It's like threatening almost. Like, hey, expect you to get more and more efficient, but we're not going to give you any more money.
What's the thing too is a lot of the times the metrics that they use, like, hey, we want you to get this done by today,
So dumb.
are not very accurate. Like, if I actually tried, I could get my day's work done in about like 3 hours.
I told you how my metrics almost got me fired, right?
Yeah.
Dude,
That was
it's so dumb.
I
literally-
honestly would have laughed. I'm sorry. It's not,
And
it's not funny to laugh
I
at.
looked
but
at
it
my
is.
queue, and my queue just went way up. Like, they keep adding more stuff in randomly. And so I sent my boss a message. I'm like, hey, just so you know, I'm working on the queue, but the percent keeps going up in terms of stuff being added. Would you like me to, like, take a screenshot every day? Because I would hate to work a full week on this, and then it shows the queue's higher than when I initially started. And then you're asking me, like, oh, did you do any work this week? Like,
Well, that's the thing too. Is like, as an employee, you shouldn't have to sit there and like waste your fucking time. Honestly, having to message your boss and being like, "Hey, I'm scared the metrics are going to be misinterpreted. Do you want me to make a fail-safe so I don't get fired?"
yeah.
Like, that's a waste of time.
Yep. Yeah, preacher.
Yeah, the way work's set up is fucking. It's so dumb.
I may only stream like an hour and a half today. I'm not feeling this.
No?
Nah, I'm like really tired, and I don't know why.
Did you go to bed at like 7?
Yeah, I slept for 13 hours. I don't know. I'm just like
Go
really
get more
tired.
coffee, my dude.
Go get more coffee. Shove some caffeine into your veins.
Yeah, like inject it. Alright.
He said, "Oh."
Dude, that would be cool as shit too, though. Actually, now that I think about it, if you got like a decently high-paying job where it's like, if you make $100K a year or something, I mean, you just work half the year and then go fucking do whatever you want the other half of the year.
That'd be cool.
And the older I get, I mean, like week upon week of working, every week it just makes me value working from home even more than like a set salary, if that makes sense. Like,
Yep.
because like I was thinking about it, it's like if I can like AFK my work as much as possible, or like I can think as much as possible during the day, or like have access to like my setup. I feel like with so many other businesses that I want to like do, or like content creation, video ideas, all that stuff, having it all in one place is just going to be crazy good.
Yeah, literally, like I can be so productive around the house. Like if I want to between tasks go like pick up my room or go shave or go fucking like start laundry or something, like I literally can.
You
That's
can
the time
do
that
it.
Yeah, it's literally time that I wouldn't be able to use if I had to be in the office. It's not even getting me started on travel time.
Wait, do you have to travel for work?
Like to work, my work is like
Oh, okay.
35, 40 minutes away.
That's what you're saying.
So that would be like an extra hour and a half added on my day.
Yep. That you're not getting paid for, and you're actually losing money on.
yeah, you're losing money. Like you have to pay gas and then car maintenance. Like fuck that.
Hmm.
Yeah, I'll never work in an office. I don't think. Like there would have to be some pretty unique situation to get me to do that. Unless like they had really good benefits and their culture was super nice and they were also decently close to my home and the coworkers are nice and like you have to make such a specific situation for me to even consider working in an office, like meh,
Meh.
pretty much. Well, it's not like the stuff I do is like blue collar work or anything. Like I don't need to be there to like sit there and I don't know, like my stepdad plants plants, like he can't do that shit from home. But what I'm doing, like there's no fucking reason for me to be in the office at all.
That makes sense. Bless you. Now the question is, does it make dollars?
Do you make dollars?
No.
Me neither.
I showed Scotty the clown skin that's in this game. He's like, I need to play this game.
God. Yeah, so what is supposed to be the NFT value in this game?
I don't know.
I think I think there's like mystery boxes and stuff you can get stuff. The clown skin looks like it's $10.
Like Scotty Cares?
It's priced at about the same that like a normal Funko Pop is from the shop, but there's also like a market that you can go to, and that's how you trade with players. Or have players buy your pops and stuff, or your skins or whatever.
Honestly, I want to see an MMO.
They're working
has,
on one
like-
apparently.
I want to see an MMO that has conversion of like in-game currency to real money,
Ooh.
and then I will just like no life that MMO and just make a fuck ton of money.
You can do it with RuneScape. It's illegal, but you can do it.
It's illegal, nice.
Yeah.
What's,
It's like super
Alex'
illegal.
favorite game ever?
Yes, the game of life.
Minecraft. Oh.
It's your least favorite game?
Can you all agree Minecraft is the worst game?
Could be. Depends on how stupid you are.
Anyone who likes Minecraft is a dummy.
As a
Oh.
child, yeah.
A dummy.
That is
At
what
least
I
I'm not a
said.
sussy baka.
This is true.
That could be debated.
Could it?
Yes. Is Reed not a sussy baka?
Depends on the time of day.
Scotty's fascinated by the idea that you could sell these skins back whether or not it's for profit.
What? New World or whatever?
In Blankos.
Fuck game they're playing.
I might try to record audio through my computer and then
Look at this. This looks so cool. So interesting looking. Alright, I'm done streaming for the day. I don't have the mental.
10:30 Oscars done already.
I don't got the mental capacity to do it today.
is it like a prime time?